Captain's log 6/14/2019. We made it up to the beach campsite. We're all alone. Here's our site. It's a big one. Got the generator off in the woods about 100 some feet that way. We got two campsites because I prefer to be alone. Got our kayaks, got our own little lake. Lake Superior is right across the road a little ways. Only one hiccup so far. I lost the key to the chain holding my generator to a tree. Girls found it with the metal detector. Crisis averted. But that's all over and done with. Short little 4-hour ride. Nobody else in other vehicles got under my skin at all. Let's have a brewski and go mining. Welcome back to the Flower Gold Wizard channel. I made it. I made it down to the beach. It's about 5 o'clock in the afternoon according to this time. It's hour later than, my time. But we made it nonetheless. It's drizzling out. The mosquitoes are unbelievable. But we made it. I got my sluice running here. Let's take a little look at that. Hey. Got the wife and kids way down that way there, and the dogs looking for agates and such. So I told them I wanted to run a few buckets tonight before we went and lit a fire and had a few cocktails and did some family stuff. So let me get to that, and I'll pick it back up when I got 2 or 3 pails run, and then we'll get some sleep in for tomorrow, because tomorrow it's all hell's gonna break loose. We're gonna be mining, so back in a bit. All right. Pre-3 bucket update. This is I don't know, maybe a quarter of a bucket run. And I just planted on this here spot here. I picked a spot close to I get down to the beach without walking a mile, and I really wanted to set up right down there, but this has some pretty good black sand, and I just scraped a little bit with a bucket and set it up here, and I'm starting to shovel it in. But look at this. I landed on a really good spot. There's gold right there. There's gold all over in this stuff. Look at that. I mean, it's up top. It's down low. Where's the rest of this here? It's hard. There we go. Look at there. Boy, this is right up there with some of the best material I've ever gotten coming down here. I mean, that's maybe, 15 scoops or so, and that's just the stuff you can see. There's quite a bit more buried under this black sand. So we're going to keep pounding that in there. We're going to keep pounding that in me, and we'll be back. Well, I had a beer here, dug a little hole, and I threw it in there to keep cold. It's gone. It's way down here. Try and get away. You get back here. Oh my God, he must be terrified. That was a close one. Whew. Well, guess what? It started raining not long after I started feeding, and those girls, they ain't putting up with that, and that's just fine. It's a little later in the afternoon anyway, but I did end up getting, I would say a good solid 3/4 of a 5-gallon pail run. And I'm gonna pan that down quick. I got a fire going over there. Got my boys, all the girls are hiding in there. You're gonna make a sandwich or something. So let me get this here 3/4 of a pail panned down, and we'll see what we're in for tomorrow. All right. Well, I got that all in a container here. There it all is right there. So I quickly grabbed 1 teaspoon out of that material I got from 3/4 of a pail off the beach. And this is 1 teaspoon's worth. There's There's the sand. That's the gold from 1 teaspoon of the sand from 1 3/4 pail of black sand off the Lake Superior Beach. I think I landed on the spot. So when I wake up in the morning, it's go time. Good morning, everybody. We are back. It's go time. I got everything set up here. Looks like the sun's gonna come out a little bit today. Let me see what I brought to the beach with me. I got it all. I got my under sluice. I got my cube sluice. I got my cube. I got some really good dirt. Fresh battery. I remembered everything today. I had to run back and get some pants, but that's no big deal. I got what I need. This is the spot I was in last night, and we killed it here last night running that 3/4 pail. So we are gonna pound sand. Here's what we're dealing with right here. I dug a little trench, and you can see the layering. There's a couple inches up on top here that's absolutely black. And then there's some garnet sand right here. And then it just kind of layers itself into black garnet, a little bit of blonde, and then down into your nothing but blonde sand. So there must be something about this particular mix of material, but it really did great last night. So we're gonna get this thing fired up and get started. Back in a bit. For those of you just getting accustomed to my brand of YouTube channel, here's my beach mining setup. I've got a sluice underneath here with some low profile VMAT painted with clear silicone, because that gold sticks to that silicone like you wouldn't believe. And it goes down, and down at this end here I've got about a foot section or 10 inches of the Royal Manufacturing Deep V, and that does a great job catching gold. And this sluice sitting on top of that sluice was originally my tailings diverter for my gold cube, and it ran off into pails into my tub here, and I dumped the pails of black sand out. You know, I didn't have to pick the cube up every time, and it worked great, and it still does. And I put some Royal Manufacturing Deep V in there as well, because that stuff, it really does do a great job catching gold. If you get the right water flow and pitch, and I seem to have that dialed in pretty good. So we're going to be catching gold today, guaranteed. And then my cube, I've got a tray of sawtooth mat in there, and another tray of sawtooth mat. I got that from Washington Beach Mining, from Rob out there. And up on top, I've got some more low profile deep V in here. I use mainly to do beach prospecting. It clears off really fast. I can see the gold. It stays in there, all day. A lot of them stay in there all day, but mostly it's for, I can brush it off to one side and then throw another scoop, see if I'm in the gold or not. And that's been helping me a lot. So this system here, let me show you how I'm running this. I just grab a scoop out of my bucket here, and I throw it in there. I grab a scoop and I throw it up on my cube. Now this particular sluice right here with that deep V, I can run twice as much material as I can with the cube here. Just for whatever reason, it's not, the water's not moving as fast. So what I like to do is I take one and I throw it in there. And I take one and I throw it in there. And I got both sluices running. And by the time I do all that, the cube's cleaned out, and I can throw another one in my cube. I'll just leave that all run, and I'll repeat the process. Give that about, I don't know, 15, 20 seconds, and start it again. Here we go. And I'll run 3 pails like this. Altogether, this is about almost 9 feet of sluice running here. I run 3 pails like this. Just let it run right in that tub. Dump it out, and I can be back running in 5 minutes after a clean out, maybe 6 minutes. So we're gonna push a whole pile of material through this baby today. Look at this beach, look at this black sand up here. Isn't that beautiful? There is gold everywhere in this stuff. And then I landed on this spot yesterday. We're gonna kill it. Back in a bit. We are making money now. I do have a little something I'd like to get off my chest. The other day on Green Mountain Gold Traps channel, Joseph said maybe I was dumping my beer in the river. And I commented back, I told him, I do not dump beer. Well, Joseph, last night I dumped a beer. I apologize. I mean that. I want to show you guys just a little bit of what I've been finding here. I'm doing a little prospecting. I'm set up down there. All right, I did a little test hole right there. Come down here, did another little test hole, and there's a difference. In that first spot I was at, or I'm still at, there was quite a bit of layering in the, in the sidewalls here when I dug a trench. This one here, I moved down, I don't know, it's probably 50 feet. And look at the difference. It just goes right from solid black, maybe just a little bit of garnet sand in there, right there, and then back to solid black, and then instantly right to blonde sand and some cobbles. There's no layering, blonde, black. This is just black all the way down to solid blonde. So I'm going to take a few pails out of this spot here, throw it on my indicator mat, and see what we get from it. But I've got plenty of shoreline to work with, and there is nobody in town. Just me. Wish you guys were here. Back in a bit. Welcome back. Well, I would like to make a point of something here. One of the commenters, name of Kevin Rose, we were talking about the layering in the sand here. And I want to show you something. He suggested to me that he thought the bigger gold was going to ride in this red, more garnety layer here. So what I've been doing is scraping off the top couple inches of this absolutely just jet black stuff here and concentrating my efforts on this. It's got a lot of black sand in there, but there's a really good amount of garnet sand in there, and it's big garnet sand. It's not that little powder. It's good sized grains, and there's quite a bit of it. And he was right on the money. I am pretty impressed with that. I've been getting bigger gold in this stuff here and more of it. I think before, when I was scraping that top layer, I was just skimming that, and I was getting decent gold. I was getting great gold, but now scraping that off and just taking shovels full out of there, that's making a huge difference, especially in the size of the pieces. So it's about 12:30 or so. I got about 10 buckets run already. Got the team up there with me. See, she's up there helping. There's a couple down that way. They're really helping a lot. So I'm gonna get back at it. What a nice day. Well, it's done. We got about 16, 17 buckets run. I'm tired. Everybody's tired. We all did a good job today. Didn't we, gals? That's right. So we're having some dinner and having a fire and a couple of cocktails. Did you guys see the size of that chicken? And then we're gonna wait for dark and go Yooper light hunting. That's right, Yooper lights. Look it up. Well, it's the next day. We didn't find any Yooper lights last night, but I found the bottom of that 30-pack box. That's for sure. It's Sunday. We're going to wrap it up. I had some grand intentions of going down and running some more sand this morning, but those girls, they need to take a hot shower and that's fine. We're going to probably get on the road here, but I did throw 6 full pails of black sand in the back of my truck, and we're going to pick this back up at home. I'll run all that because this is going to be an epic clean out from what I've seen so far. So I'll pick this back up at home. Hey, we made it back to the shop in one piece. Oh, well, it could have been worse. I merely suggested that I take a shower in front of those girls there who have been out in the woods for 3 days full of bug spray and no hot shower. I gotta tell you, I am lucky to be alive. That's no lie. So I think I'm gonna steer clear of the house for a little while. And when we were out there, I was balancing a little bit between family camping and mining, so I didn't get a billion buckets run. I got pretty sure 17. And I did bring a bunch of buckets home, so I'm going to run 3 buckets here in the shop before I do a cleanup. So I have an even 20 on decent ground out there. I want to see what's in 20 pails, level pails. So let me get everything set up, and we'll do that back in a bit. All right. I've got 2 full pails run just about. Almost done with the second one. Who wants to see something really dumb? I do. Watch this. You see what I see? How dumb is that? That is dumb. That's a lot of gold in there. You know, it's for beach gold, it's dots, but that's lots of dots. That is darn glare driving you nuts. There we go, that's a little better. All right, let's continue. All right, we're back. Let's do a little bit of cleanup. I've got some of the sand here. This is, I don't know, about 3/4 of it or so. I got, where the heck is that? Well, I got a little bit more somewhere else from whatever, but anyway, this is the bulk of it. And this mat is a Royal Man Deep V. I made that before I left, and I'm gonna try that out. It actually, for the first time ever, it turned out perfect. I mean, well, darn near perfect. I got all the V's in there to come out real nice. The last one I did had so many pock marks, I just couldn't keep any decent material in it. I think it was because it's so narrow. I started on one edge here, and I pushed all the air out as I was making this form here, you see. And then, you know, I'm going to make a video on how I did mine, and then we'll go over that. But we're going to see how this works compared to that low pro as far as cleanup goes, or that low profile V-mat. So let's throw a couple of spoonfuls in here, and we'll see what comes of that. All right, I know this video is probably running on about 45 days long now, but I ran about half of that there. Then I started noticing just lots and lots of gold in my little silicone mat here. So I decided to do a little clean out, and I'm doing that. I just want to show you how easy it is. I mean, this comes right in and out of that deal there pretty good. And while I'm cleaning, while that's sitting there, I want to show you this thing here. Now, I took some of that low profile mat and I glued it to the bottom of this steel stud frame I use for my cleanup sluice. So anything getting under this mat is coming in contact with this. And you can see that there has been some material getting under that other mat. And I didn't want to glue it down, you know, the silicone one, because I'm sick of dunking all my sluices inside of a tub and then trying to splash them all out. My system eventually here is going to be all mats I can take out, like this one here. I mean, look at how nice that turned out, that silicone mat. Is that beautiful or what? So yeah, this here, it was really filling up with gold, so I'm going to get these here cleaned out quick. Well, actually not that one yet. I'm going to see what was just in that silicone one, and I'll take a pic of that. Be right back. All right, enough screwing around here. I've got all this stuff run. This video is getting too long, so I just got it all run. This is the last of my stuff here, and look at here, look at us here one time here. Let me try to pull this back. Let me get this up a little higher. Look what's in there. And there's some big pieces in there, like you wouldn't. I mean, for beach gold, they're pretty big pieces. Look at some of the pieces in there, like that one right there. For the beach, that's pretty darn big. I mean, this is the best I've ever done there. This is 20 pails off the beach. Let me tap this up. Look at how thick that's getting there. And this sand here is just absolutely full of gold. Watch this. Oh my God. That is amazing. Just amazing. I don't know if I can just attribute this to getting on excellent ground or not. And I did. I landed right on the spot. And it does pay off to be on good ground, but I think those silicone mats, that whole 3-foot stretch that I got, is really making a difference. So how much does it weigh? I don't weigh my gold. I never, I have a couple of times in the past. I did once all together, and then I did another time for when I tested my beach mining setup in a previous video, but I just don't, for whatever reason. I don't know. So maybe I will at the end of this season. I still plan on having the 1,000 subscriber giveaway from out of space here, because it's going to be something, and there's going to be more than one winner. I think I'm going to shoot for 5. And I think we're licking about 700 subs right now, and it's probably not too far away. Well, I hope, So we crushed it this weekend. Had a great time with the wife and kids. Got the camper out, and what a blast. We're gonna do it again. We will do that again this summer, and I've got Gary from out in Maryland coming, so we're gonna have a good time then too. So. That's about it for this one here. If you like this episode, like, share, subscribe. Please do leave a comment. And Flower Gold Wizards, out.